Today, 2K did drop the Season 3 Wild Gems Super Packs, man. Tuesday Super Packs as usual. However, we did get 15 or so brand new opals. I don't even know the number. A bunch of Wild Gems opals that are in the game and are auctionable, man. So we need to go over the new Snipe filters, so let's get right to it. The first filter we're going to go over is the Wild Gems Teams filters, man. Still some of the best MT per hour filters in the game, man. These filters are just giving and giving and giving, and they're still going on, man. For this filter, you want to put your theme to Wild Gems. You have a couple options how to work this. Been in the last video, so I'm going to go through a little quicker example of it. But you've got Lakers, Raptors, Timberwolves. They're all around 16,000 MT plus. So you can either pick one of those teams or the most expensive. There's also a ton of other teams like the Knicks. I mean, there's just a ton of them. I can't even remember them all. That you can choose from as well, because these three are worked the most. But you want to go ahead and pick a team: Lakers, Raptors, or Timberwolves, and then raise your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest cards on that filter, which typically sell for around 19,000. This one could make profit on it, but I'm not worried about the 500 or so MT right now. Looking to snipe these cards for about 6,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one, right? So Lakers, they're selling for 19,000. I'm looking for them for 13,000 MT and below. Got some other teams, like I said, the Raptors, they are also around 19,000, so grab them for 13k and below. And then Timberwolves, not Trailblazers, Timberwolves are selling for about a little bit more than that, 22,000, perhaps 20,000. Let's see. So they're a little bit more expensive, so you can still stick with the 6,000 MT cheaper. Holy smokes, somebody just must have locked in, because these were cheaper, man. So be careful with that. Maybe grab these ones still for around 16,000 MT and below, just because sometimes these prices fluctuate. They typically all end up averaging right around 20,000 MT, but it's up to you, man. If you get it to pen quick enough and resold, you'll be in good shape. What I would like to do, or what I normally do, like I said, you can either pick one of those three teams or any of the other ones, but they're all like around 9,000, 12,000, 8,000. Pick a team, lower your max buyout down, 15,000 for Timberwolves, 13,000 for the other ones, and just refresh and snipe anything that pops up. That's one option. Or you can scroll through the few teams, man. I'd put my max buyout at about 14,000 and just refresh from Timberwolves to Raptors to Lakers, and then back and forth, man. And if anything pops up, buy them as quick as possible and resell them for profit. The next filter that we're going to go over is the Wild Gems cheapest filter. No team. For this, you just want to put your theme to Wild Gems. Like I said, right now the cheapest Wild Gems are selling for about 2,800, 2,750. What I was gonna say is you go ahead and put your maximum buyout at 2,000. Tough, I missed that one. We were super slow, didn't expect those to pop up. Put your max buyout at 2,000 is typically what I do. It is definitely better if you scroll with just the cheapest one card up, because you're looking for any Timberwolves, Raptors players, Lakers, Knicks, I think is one of them. Hornets, they're all over 8,000. So if any of those pop up, buy them as quick as possible. However, especially on Tuesday Super Pack days, these filters are worked quite a bit because they're some of the better filters. So if you're worrying about, oh, what team is it, you're gonna end up missing the snipe by trying to figure out if it's the right team you need to grab or not. So keep that in mind, scroll or not, or I would just lower your max buyout to 2,000 and just refresh and snipe absolutely anything that pops up, and then check the price as usual and sell it for whatever it's going for. The next filter that we're going to go over is the diamond cheapest filter. For this, you just want to put your color to diamond, raise your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest one, which on PlayStation is selling for about 20,500 is, I would say, about what you can sell them for. 21,000 is what the next cheapest one up is, if I remember from earlier. Yeah, 21,000. So you want to scroll on the cheapest diamond on this filter, because there is a ton of diamonds that are much more expensive, some that sell for over 100k, like Raja Bell. some that sell for 60k, like who's a good example that dropped recently in the startup, RJ Barrett. He's like 40k, so if he picks up, just kind of know your pricing on the diamonds. There's way too many for me to go over in this video, so check some diamonds out if you need to. Do the trick we've talked about of scrolling your max buyout up to like 30,000 and scroll through all those cards, so that way if somebody that you didn't just see on this list pops up, you know that they probably sell for over 30,000, man. So grab any more expensive diamond that pops up, and then grab any of these cheaper diamonds that sell for 20 to 21 to 23,000, which is a lot of the wild gems. Obviously, if you see a wild gem with the little exchange icon on the card, they're going to sell for more, so go ahead and pick those up because that'll be nice profit for you. So any of these cheaper cards, I would say to grab them for 15,000 MT and below, or about 6,000, 5 to 6,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one, and then resell them for profit, man. The next filter that we're going to go over is the center diamond cheapest filter. For this, you just want to put your position to center, you're going to put your color to diamond, and then you're going to find the cheapest diamond center on your console, which on PlayStation I believe is sitting at 33,000 MT. Nope, that one's sold already, so maybe a little bit more. 35,000 I think was the next one. You want to find the cheapest center, refresh on here. This one's going to end in 2 minutes, which means the price is going to go up a little bit more. But the good thing about this filter is diamond are in these super packs that are dropped right now with a guaranteed diamond or higher topper. So working diamond filters is probably going to be a decent vibe today if people are ripping these packs, which they usually do when the new season drops, man. So especially with all the new opals in it. You want to refresh on here, looking for someone to pull a center diamond, and then check the price of, oh, how much are diamonds, and then throw up whatever center diamond they have for 20,000, 21,000, which is huge profit at this price point, man. Obviously this one for 35k hasn't sold in 4 hours at least, so you want to grab these cards for tons of room for profit, man. I would say to grab them no higher than 25,000 MT, so that way you can sell yours if you absolutely had to for 30,000 and still make 1,000 MT profit. So could be a decent option. Obviously there's lots more expensive centers that can pop up on here, like DeMarcus Cousins, can go on and on, Tyson Chandler, man. If any of those pop up, buy them as quick as possible. And then, like I said, just these random cheap centers that nobody really wants, grab them for 25,000 MT and below. The next filter that we're going to go over is the MyTeam Festival high-end filter. For this, you just want to put your theme to MyTeam Festival, no color. You're going to raise your minimum bid up, depending on your console, to 100,000 if need be. You want this minimum bid as low as possible, but not with a short workable scroll. So right now on PlayStation, the best price that I found out, this was 10 minutes ago, hopefully it hasn't changed. If you're on PlayStation, put your theme MyTeam Festival, put your minimum bid to 63,050 and your minimum buyout to 500. It is a 2 scroll, and you can see any card that pops up as long as it's listed for sale for over 63,000, and then obviously at the maximum of 100k, because that's the only price you can put a buyout card for. Looking for any opal, a lot of the pink diamonds, Alicia Gray, if she pops up for 63,000, you can buy her as well, or you know, no higher than 70,000, because she's basically a buy now. She's doesn't have any up right now, but you can snipe her for whatever price and flip her for 100,000, maybe 90,000, depending if there's other ones up. So you want to go ahead and grab any opal, any of these other pink diamonds that pop up are good for any price point. And then Alicia Gray, like I said, grab her for like 70,000 MT and below and resell her for profit. The next filter that we're going to go over is the Pacific Division high-end filter, which the more I'm looking at this filter is phenomenal, man. If you're looking for high-end snipes, to set this up, you just want to put your division to Pacific. You're going to raise your minimum bid up to 100,000 and put your minimum buyout at 500 and refresh, man. You want to go ahead and scroll through the filter. I had to put Discord on mute, sorry about that again, man. Scroll through to the 4-hour mark, all the way through the whole scroll, man, looking for any card that sells for over 120,000 to pop up, which is a lot of pink diamonds, a lot of opals, especially with all the ones that just dropped today, man. Chris Mullen, suspect. I did just see one end for 175,000 MT, so should be a profit. Even I would risk it personally, but if you only have exactly 100k, maybe pass on Chris Mullin. But you have so many opals on this filter. You have Raja Bells on here, Lewis, another one of the lock-in cards, Amethyst LeBron James, who I believe still sells for a bid. Really good options, man. You've got bid amethyst, bid diamonds, pink diamonds, and opals all in the same filter. Only thing I don't like about it is obviously having to have at 100,000 bid, but it's not the end of the world, man. So if you're looking for high-end snipes, this is a pretty decent option, man. Let me know in the comments if you guys get anything on here and what you get. I would appreciate it. Spend some time, like I said, snipe any card that pops up for that sells for over 120,000 MT and list yours for 100k bid and see how much profit you take home. The next filter that we're going to go over is the pink diamond filter. For this, you just want to put your color to pink diamond, put your minimum buyout to 500 and search, and if you need to, scroll through the filter. This has been fluctuating from a no scroll to a 3 scroll to a 4 scroll. I have Alicia Gray enabled right now, but there is none of her up for sale right now. You can also work pink diamond cheapest if need be, if there's, you know, a bunch of cards out where you just kind of scroll on the cheapest card like we do for almost every other filter of whatever the cheapest price is, if it's a very long scroll. Or obviously you can buy the cheapest version of Alicia Gray and enable her as well if need be. These have been starting to pop up a lot more frequently now that we're getting buyout pink diamonds. They're just going to keep popping up more and more frequently. So if you're looking for high-end snipes, really good option, man. Can definitely make some solid MT on this filter, so spend some time on it, man. Snipe not anything, man. You got to be cautious of some cards, like I said, Chris Mullin, a lot of the WNBA players like Sonya. Just make sure you know your pricing. A lot of the wild gems cards are ending for 100k bid as well, which is surprising to me since they're still needed for the exchange, but it is what it is, man. So wild gems, you're gonna have to grab. Just to check price, guys, just refresh with pink diamond like this and watch the cards end for like 10-15 minutes, so that way you know how much they're selling for. Like this Chris Mullin, I just saw one go for 175 10 minutes ago, but this one is 100% ending for 112,000, so he's probably a pass. So just refresh on here for a while, watch the cards end, see what they sell for. Obviously you can just kind of scroll through, however that won't give you the most accurate pricing because a lot of times people don't bid on the cards until the final minute, man. But looking for most, you know, you guys should know the cards, you know, that people like to run. Those are the ones that you want to grab when they pop up, man. Decent option. Spend some time on it and stack some MT. And the last filter we're going to go over is the Galaxy Opal filter. For this, you just want to put your color to Galaxy Opal, put your minimum buyout to 500 and refresh. If anything at all pops up, buy it as quick as possible, man. We have an unfathomable amount of opals that are snipeable in the game right now, considering opals just dropped. I think we have over 20 opals that you can snipe right now that can pop up on here. The benefit of the fact that the wild gems opals are so rare, a lot of them are just non-existent. People could, in theory, pull them, see none up for sale, and just assume, oh, it must just sell for 100,000 buyout. You're in great shape if that happens, man. Probably pretty darn rare filter. I've spent most of the morning on it so far, haven't seen anything ever yet, but one of these days I'm gonna get something. Maybe if you're feeling lucky, you will get something as well, man. So spend some time in here, snipe anything that pops up and sell it for 100,000 bid. That's it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, man. If you did, smash the like button for me. I would appreciate it. If you guys want to see us doing a 24-hour pink diamond snipe challenge, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.